much to you as well. Because we know that God is real. We know that Jesus lived 2,000 years ago, that he died on the cross, and 3 days later he came back to life. And that's why we're here. That's why we're doing all this, because we love God so much, and he's shown his love for us. We want to share that love with you guys and everyone here. We're thankful that all the kids that we got to meet this week, every one of them that we got to be a part of and got to come and be a part of this sports camp, we were so excited. We were so glad that we got to serve those kids. So, to tell you again, the reason why is because we have a relationship with Jesus Christ. And so we've asked somebody here today to kind of share what Jesus Christ meant to them and how Jesus Christ has changed their life. Every one of our coaches here could tell the testimony of what God has done in their life. And so we've asked this one gentleman, Mr. Taylor, to come and share with us just what God has done in his life. And he's done a lot. And he's seen God. There's a stage right there. He's seen God do a lot in his life in just the last several months. And he wanted to share that with you. So Taylor, if you'll come up here and share with us just for a few moments.
Hi, thank you for coming out today. My name is Taylor. Well, I got saved January 18th of this year. It was a pretty amazing experience. It was a pretty dark time for me this past year. I've been dealing with a lot of health problems because I have cystic fibrosis, which is a genetic disease that causes a lot of problems in my body. I was back in December. I got back from a trip to visit a friend, and I got put in the hospital with a 17% lung function, which is really bad. They were talking about me not possibly making it out of the hospital at all. I spent a good 3 weeks in the hospital, and it was really bad. Along that same time, though, the girl I was in love with dumped me. First week I was in the hospital, so it was even worse. When I got out, while I was there, Pastor Jeff came to see me a lot, and we just started talking. And he was not. We talked about everything, really. And he just slowly broached the subject of Jesus, and we talked, and I finally got out of the hospital, and I came up here to First Baptist Church. But the thing was, with everything I've done in my life, I didn't think Jesus could forgive me. So I came into youth one night, really just upset, and I talked to Pastor Jeff, and I asked, is there any way Jesus can forgive me for all that I've done? And I got saved right there. Then my faith has just been slowly growing every day. And in this past month, I've seen a miracle from God. I got put in the hospital again. It was February 24th. 26th. Thank you. I couldn't breathe. I had a panic attack, which led to an asthma attack, and they had to put me on oxygen. And I went to Sacred Heart Hospital, and then sat there for 2 days while the doctors did nothing. So my mom and dad had to get 2 oxygen tanks and drive me all the way up to UAB Hospital in Birmingham. And by the time we got there, I was on 6 liters of oxygen, and I still could barely breathe. The next day, I was admitted to the hospital that night, and the next day, they put me in the ICU unit on a machine that had to breathe for me, basically, because I couldn't breathe. And what was causing me not to breathe was the mucus in my lungs. It's basically like snot. It had gotten so thick that it had clogged up all the air passages in my lungs. And it was blocking the air, and I just couldn't get anything in there. And through this whole time, the only thing that I was thinking was, we give it to God. If it's my time to go, it's my time to go. And even though all this bad stuff was going on, I felt this overwhelming sense of peace, that no matter what happened, I was going to be okay. And 3 days later, I came out of the ICU unit, which was really, really good. They didn't think I was going to come out of the ICU unit for a while, if at all. The next week, I had the cystic fibrosis doctor come in and tell me that he thought I should go on the lung transplant list. 2 days later, I got diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver because of my CF, the damage it had caused on my liver. And they told me I was going to go on the liver transplant list too. So through all of this, the whole time I was getting all this bad news, but I still felt at peace. And I still know to this day that eventually one day God is going to heal me. Because it doesn't matter as long as I get to do what God wants me to do and share with everyone that the love that He's given me. So I got out of the hospital Monday of this week, and it was just the greatest miracle that I've seen so far. Thank you.
Just very quickly, as we wrap up here, I want to just give you an invitation that you can approach any one of us around here that you see leading any of this going on. We would love to talk to you. If you've got questions,